Hey there. Have you heard anything about living off grid and what states are the best to live off grid? I was looking online recently and I think Vermont was the number one, but Tennessee was number two. So I thought today I would just look and see how land in Tennessee compares to land in Michigan. I think Tennessee has a lot less regulations and land is cheaper. And of course, the climate is a lot more mild than Michigan. So I just thought it would be interesting to see what is going on with land in Tennessee compared to Michigan. So I have realtor.com open and I'm just going to go ahead and start filtering out. So I'm going to hide pending and contingent, and that will drop our number. We start at 45,000. That brings us to 30,000. And then I've got Tennessee here. I'm going to do the same thing and take out contingent. And they are at 62,000, dropped to 46. This looks really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and look at lot size. So I'm going to do what I do usually. I'll do 15 acres. So we have 3527 in Tennessee, and in Michigan we're going from 30,000 down to 1662. So 1662 in Michigan and 3527 in Tennessee. So more available in Tennessee. I'm going to go ahead and just adjust price. I'm going to put in 100,000. I think 100,000 for 15 acres is plenty. And we're down to 62 homes in Tennessee, and in Michigan we're going from 16 to 146. So 146 in Michigan are 15 acres or more for under 100,000, and 62. So Michigan has more now for, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and sort by lot size. Let's see, lot size. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just put land and see if we can get that down a little bit. So we're down to 60. I'm going to drop the price down because we're talking about 15 acres and most people don't want to spend a lot more than two or 3,000 an acre at max. So I'm going to drop this down to 60,000 and see what that does. That made a big difference. So now we're down to 7. And I'm going to do the same in Michigan. I'm going to drop it to 60,000. And we have 61. So typically when people think off-grid, I think there's a lot of off-grid along the Michigan border for some reason, I heard. And let me just do lot size here. Oh, that looks a little funny. This is definitely not 10,000 for 145 acres. We have 60,000 for 82 acres in Tennessee. So I'm sure this is not a dollar, it must be an auction. 30,000 for 75 looks a little, I wonder if that's correct. Looks like it's in a business district or something. Corner lot by lake, 3 golf courses, pool, marinas. Okay, that sounds a little commercial. Oh, there you go, a house in the middle of 2 roads. 54 acres. Oh, is this gated community or something? Gated community. That's not what we want. There we go. This looks better. So this is 28.77 acres for 57,540. And that looks like the only picture. This is off-grid hunting, recreational camping, or bug-out tract of land that's near Walmart and other necessities but has a remote feel. So this has fishing, hunting, and hiking close by. Roads are private and have road footage. Restrictions are protective and to prevent junkyards. So there's some zoning stuff going on. It is not a property to build your forever home. It is a great place for off-grid cabin or camper. So this sounds comparable to what folks do in Michigan. So 28 acres for 57.5, and I know nothing about Tennessee or this area, but it looks like it. Hopefully it's not in between two highways here. It might be a bit, maybe it's this over here. Let's hope it's not in between the highway. So it might be this land over here. So, okay, it's pretty populated. There's Walmart. So there's a lot of stuff around. So you may not be out shooting your gun or something. I don't know. They might frown upon that. This one looks a little better. 52.9 for 21 acres. It's like on a mountain. Discover your own slice of paradise on 21 acres, multiple building sites, and breathtaking water views. Nestled within a gated community and a helicopter pad. Okay, not what we want. Interesting. Okay, you can own looks like a bridge that fell down. This is a community. All right. So there's this one. Let's try and look from 60 to 100 and see what we get. That looks similar to the other. Maybe they just cost more down there, even though it was supposed to be affordable. 30 acres unrestricted. There you go. New growth trees, many building spots with view, four-wheeling and hunting abound. Very quiet of the main highway. Must be off. Very quiet off the main highway, but on a good paved road, easy access and electric. Okay. This sounds a little better. So there's the road. It is definitely more woodsy. It looks like young trees. Okay. I don't know about being right off a main road like that, but it's hard to tell. Maybe it's not as busy as it seems. Oh, there's the big highway, so you're not on like the big highway. This looks more along the lines of off-grid, but that's almost 100,000 for 30 acres, so that's expensive. This looks, I can see houses. I don't know about that. It's another one in the same area. 69.9 for 27. A hat. Hunting recreational, if you're looking to get away from fast-paced city life, whether you are looking for a weekend, a hunting retreat, or a place to go home, could be yours. Raw land, blank canvas. Has timber. Property lines are approximate. Mineral rights include gas, oil, and all-around rights. Okay. So this sounds along the lines of what we're talking about. So this would be 69.9 and it's 27.4 acres. So this is like 2,500 an acre. So that's comparable to a lot of what you see in the upper Michigan. It looks hilly. There's some water. It's a funny shape, which is fine. You can see the elevation change. It's kind of small to see, but You have to make sure you have a nice flat spot to get to things. So there's a big hill. Yeah, I don't know. It looks kind of hilly. Okay. So that's somewhat comparable. And 97.5, they seem to be more pricey from what I'm seeing. 100,000 for 26 acres. This looks heavily wooded. 6 miles from the marina. Build your private retreat, turkey hunting, 22.5 for. You can sell the trees for lumber, for hunting, for extra income. Deeded 18-foot wide drive meant from street to the end of the property. So you're going through somebody else's, but you have legal access. Property of 52 acres is owned by father and son. Father is selling his part. Left of the property, water is at the road. Creek on the right side of the property. At the end of the property, the land is flat. Property starts where the no trespassing C is up. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Very nice. Okay. That's expensive. That is, so this would be $3,800 an acre, which is pretty much on the high end for me. This looks like 3 different tracks. This is up there in price as well. Perfect for hunting, recreation, dream home. Yeah. 3,800 an acre will be surveyed out of a larger tract. Okay. So to me, it's looking like you definitely can get some acreage, but it is priced a lot higher than Michigan is going for these days. So 80,000, 100,000 for like 26-ish. And then when you look at Michigan, you can get, there's 60,000 for 80, 60 for 80, 60 for 80, 30 for 40. Now you have to keep in mind some of these could be wetlands, right? And it may not be as great as what it sounds like. 60,000 for 40. 40 for 40. 38 for 40. And most of these ones were closer to 20 acres for almost 100,000. So yeah, it seems like Michigan is cheaper. You just have to be careful what you're buying. So here's one for 28 acres for 52.5. This is over Ironwood, far west UP. But this is beautiful. This has been listed a really long time. Rolling ground. Yeah, off grid. This is just off grid, which is what we were looking at, but must be something going on for it to be listed so long. It seems like there's a lot more affordable options in Michigan for me, unless I'm just missing something. 60 for 20, 55 for 20, 39 for 20, 54 for 20, and here we're looking at 100 for 20, 80 for 20, 100 for 20, 100 for 23. Yeah. All right. So at first glance, it seems like Michigan is more affordable than Tennessee at the moment. And without knowing properties, right? Like the Michigan properties could not be as good as these properties, but I mean, one of these was like down the street from Walmart, so I don't know that it's that much better. But now if you were to get into a real, 40, how we have like 40 acres, you could find 40 acres for less than 100,000 a lot of times. Like, I don't know that you're gonna find that. Let's see, I just took the price off, so it's gonna be like crazy. Pretty. I kind of wanted to just see something that's in the 40 acres realm. What do I have this at? Lot size. So if I keep going down, there's some real big tracts of land for sale for sure. Maybe let me put something on here to get rid of some of these. It's hard to look at thousands of them. So in Michigan, it's common to find 40 acres, right, for this is sorted by size. So it's common to see 40-acre lots for like 50, 60,000. So in Tennessee, when I look, they're over 100, 150 for 40, 40 for 135. So these are definitely more. And you can't really compare Michigan to Tennessee, but I mean, if you're budget driven, it's a nice deer. If you're budget driven and you're looking for the cheapest place to live, I mean, not to say that Tennessee might not be cheaper with groceries and gas and all of that, but like the out of pocket, what you have to pay for a lot of land it looks like these are definitely more. 35 acres, 140, 35 acres, 100. It's pretty consistent. Like I'm not seeing any 40 acres for, 60,000 like we have up here. So, though, that's the UP has a lot less population. That probably has something to do with it. But like I thought the whole idea of Tennessee off-grid was supposed to be more affordable, but I'm not seeing it. Not off of this data. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to do today. I was just taking a peek, see what's going on. I think I'll stay in Michigan. I don't think I can afford over 100,000 for 40 acres. I think I'll just stay here. All right. Take care. Bye.